Welcome to the V Spot. I'm Vicky.
And I'm Velvet.
Hello.
Hi, Vicky.
How are you doing today?
I'm tired today.
Are you?
It's been a lot of festivities lately.
You've been busy.
So
Yeah, you've been busy. It's that time of year.
it is. It's end of year, end of grade 8, so new school,
Right.
end of high school for McKenna. So it's
This is
been
like a-
busy.
Oh, yeah. This is like a milestone kind of time for you. Because you have one that's moving away, moving out.
Mhm.
You have one that's graduated.
Mhm.
And now you have one that's moving on to high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Big things happening in the Hislop house.
Yeah, it is big things. That's exciting though.
Yeah. How about you?
Well, I don't have any big things happening right now. I really don't have any big things right now. It's the same as usual.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I would take that too.
I find milestone, I don't know. I had this one year where it was like a whole bunch of things. Like I turned 40. One kid turned 16. One kid turned 13. Like a changing of school. It was just a whole bunch in 1 year. It's just too much.
It's a lot. It's all condensed in like a month.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, June's just kind of crazy as it is, let alone all the milestones. But yeah.
I feel like it's not as bad. Like June used to be, when they were younger, I used to feel more compelled to like make sure every teacher had a teacher gift and make sure, you know, that whole thing.
That was expensive.
Yeah, it was. But ever since like middle school, you stopped that. I think the first couple of years of middle school, I did maybe for McKenna, maybe. I think I did. Yeah.
Oh, you were that.
And there's a teacher also that my kids love, and she's also one of Ashton's friends' moms. So I usually try and do something for her too, still, because she moved schools. So
well, that's nice. No, after middle school, that was the end of that. The day my kids would walk up to their middle school teachers and give them a gift.
it was like it's a gift card. We're not like wrapping things and making it like a big like presentation.
No, my kids would
it's like
never
slip the card on the desk type thing.
Well, you know what though? Middle school teachers deserve it probably just as much as
Absolutely.
elementary school teachers
Absolutely,
do.
they do.
That's lovely. I think it's really nice.
I just think you lose touch, right? It's not the same. You're not as involved, so you lose that connection with the teacher. So it's not as forefront in your mind to like do something for them.
I haven't stepped foot in my kids' schools since
Forever.
Robin probably had her first year of middle school.
I've never gone into sort of secondary. Well,
No.
besides what I went there,
Yeah.
but other than that, like since my kids have attended
No, I
there,
think I haven't.
what's been 4 years, I've never stepped foot in that school, which is
Nope.
weird.
I don't think I did at Sardis either. And at Dean's school, we took a tour.
Because it was brand new.
Because it was
though.
brand spanking new.
Yeah.
But Dean's like the kind of kid that doesn't really want me there.
Right.
Like, they'll be like, I'll get email. There's like a whole concert they did outside, like a whole concert.
I heard them practicing for it when I was around that area. And I heard,
And like, Dean comes home and is like, oh, so-and-so's mom says hi. I'm like, why was she at the school? He's, oh, there's a whole concert. I'm like, thanks for the invite. Like, the other moms are there. I'm not.
of course.
He's like, oh, I don't care. I'm like, it's just kind of weird that you just don't even mention it to me. But he doesn't care. I don't think he wants me to go, like, if he's working on a show at the cultural center, he wants me to go to it. I think because he wants me to like give my opinion and talk to him about it and like break down the show with him. Like he wants to like, he's better that way than Robin ever was. And she was in them.
Right.
And she didn't want to talk about it. She didn't want to like break it down. Where Dean wants to be like, what did you think of Act 2 scene? Like he's really good that way, which is amazing.
Which you love.
Love it. We're going to see Beetlejuice in Vegas.
That's fun.
Yeah, we're there. We're not in Vegas, but we're in Anaheim. Then we're driving to Vegas to see the show and spend a night there, and then we'll be home. But it's at one of those places, like it's not, the tickets weren't sold by Ticketmaster, but the show's still, it's like the actual touring cast. I think that maybe like it's like the Reynolds Center or something. I think they may have like exclusive agreement with them or something, because I had to buy the tickets through them. And then when they opened up, like the tickets opened up at like 10 a.m. a certain day, and I was on within like seconds, thinking I would have, you know, seats to choose from. There was maybe for each day, maybe 20 left. all
crazy.
individual seating.
What?
Yeah. So me, Ryan, and Dean are all sitting by ourselves.
Do you think people go on and just like buy a bunch of tickets and then try to do the resale thing? That pisses me off when they do that.
I was like on so quickly. I almost wonder like,
or is there a pre-sale maybe that you missed?
I think there was pre-sale,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of like places like that have like, you know, patrons and
That's
people that have like relationships with, you know,
yes, senators.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably why.
Okay.
And we still get to go, and I'm happy. We don't need to all be sitting together.
No,
I don't really
no.
care. And our seats are actually pretty good.
You're not talking to each other during the show anyway. Who
No,
cares?
exactly.
No.
Don't even care. Like
No.
I was texting Dean at school. I'm like, do you care? Do you care? Because I don't care. I got to do it now. Like the timer was like,
Right, yeah.
I'm like, I have to buy them now or
Yeah.
we're not going.
6 minutes.
And our
5
seats
minutes.
our seats are good. So
That's fun.
happy enough. Yep.
Is the theater like on the strip then? Or like where is the actual theater? Or is it like downtown Vegas?
I don't know.
If that's a thing. Because there is an actual downtown.
There is
It's
a downtown.
It's not just.
I feel like it's closer to the Fremont area than it is to.
Yeah.
I feel like thinking to my head, thinking to
your
my head. I remember thinking, oh, we should say the Golden Nugget is close to
Ew.
there.
Don't.
Because we stayed there before. It's actually kind of nice.
The Golden Nugget?
Yep.
Is it renovated?
I don't know.
It must be.
It was
because the original Golden Nugget isn't nice.
Oh no.
It must be renovated.
We stayed there.
That's down near Fremont, isn't it?
Yeah, a few years ago when the kids were little, and they had like, the pool with like the shark tank in it and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the kids could like swim with the sharks. Like it was really cool.
Like they're on the outside of the pool, like it's like a see-through pool kind of thing, and the
Yeah.
sharks are there.
Yeah, there's like a slide you go down, and like the
okay.
sharks are beside you or
Right.
whatever.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh.
Do you want to tell the people what we're doing today?
Are
Are we going to go full disclosure on this one?
What do you mean by that?
Like the history of this thing we're doing?
There's a history?
A little bit.
Well, maybe you need to introduce it then.
You introduce it.
I don't know if it even needs much introduction, but we're gonna do our Ick lists.
Yeah. So I'll do the full disclosure.
That's all I got.
This is not our first time recording.
Okay, yes.
The Ick list.
Right.
Because we did it like near the beginning of our
think it was, like,
recording.
First or second episode, like
And
early.
It just never made it to air. And I don't really know why. And now it's one of those things that like we don't feel like going back and dealing with it.
No.
So we're doing it again.
That's right.
But I've
Forgotten.
changed. I've changed a lot of mine actually.
I forgot mine, so it's okay.
And you
It's
forgot
brand new
yours.
for me.
Yeah, so this is kind of like it could be a little controversial. So if you're easily offended, go listen to like V is for vagina or something. Go listen to another one if you're easily offended, because this could be stuff that you love.
Go listen to Don't Be a Dick. Thanks.
Yeah, go listen to that if you're easily offended, because some of these could be like a little.
I think some people are offended, but it's not like a offensive. It's more like a what's wrong with you type of offensive.
Yeah, maybe. But if like we're like I've written down, at least for me, it isn't like stuff that like pet peeves. It's stuff like I feel like I really don't enjoy that I feel like most people kind of do.
Some of mine are pet peeves. I feel like some of mine are like obvious, like no kidding, nobody likes that. But then
Right.
other ones are like, what?
I was avoiding those.
I know you did, but I had to
All
throw
right.
some in.
Well, then I can add to mine if we were doing the pet peeves, whatever.
Are you gonna start?
Okay, I'll start, I guess. Which one should I start with, though? Okay. I'll start with a little bit offensive one. Gender reveal parties. I don't know exactly what bugs me about them, and I don't know if they've always bugged me, but now maybe it's too much.
It's a lot.
You know?
Oh, I'm 100%.
Oh, you
ick
are?
on them as well. Ick.
I kind of feel though. Okay, first of all, they weren't a thing
No.
at all when we were having our kids.
No, you either found out what you're having or you didn't, and that was it.
A gender reveal party was called pushing out your baby. That was
Or showing them the picture of the sonogram that you had just had taken.
and even like where we had our kids, like not most people didn't really find out. Like it was just kind of coming into popularity where you could find out, but in our town,
you had to pay to
you had
find
to
out.
pay to find out.
Yeah, you had to go to like a 3D ultrasound clinic. They wouldn't just tell you at the hospital.
No, it wasn't like do you want to know the gender?
that wasn't a thing.
No.
No.
So then the whole like everyone started finding out, and then this reveal party thing started, and I don't know. I can't put my finger on what bugs
It's
me
like
about
everything else nowadays. I feel like everybody's just trying to one up each other.
Yeah.
Like make it like the biggest like. I get in extreme circumstances. Maybe someone's been trying for a baby for forever, or you have 7 boys and you really want
my
that girl.
goodness,
Like
yeah.
certain circumstances like that, where I'm kind of like, oh, that'd be kind of fun. There's only 2 options, so it's either going to be a girl or a boy. Let's just say it.
I guess it's an excuse to get everybody together.
Yeah, then maybe put it in a cake, or put it. You know what I mean? You can still do it without it being like fireworks.
It's
and
insane, some of these things.
It's ridiculous.
Like shooting off cannons that start forest fires and like
I saw one the other day that it was like a baseball, and so the wife like threw it at the husband, and he's supposed to tap it, it breaks open.
right.
But he smokes it, hits her in the face, like
Awesome.
stuff like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, of course. Now your wife is concussed, and you still don't know what the baby is because it didn't even open. So
And there's ones now where I mean, oh my gosh, I don't know whether I feel sorry for the person or I don't, but where there is gender disappointment,
right,
and one of the parents is like visibly upset that it's a boy or a girl,
like
or
because you
whatever.
had 7 boys and now it's another boy.
Maybe don't have a gender reveal party if you anticipate having a negative reaction.
If your heart's really set on one gender,
Do not.
No.
Do not.
And don't do that to your kids either. I feel bad for kids when
Me
they're having like a
too.
meltdown. They can't be mad once the baby is there. But when it's like this big hoopla and they're like, I don't want another brother. Like,
I know. I guess it's the whole thing too. Like I get very I get sick of things where everybody's doing it. Like
it's attention seeking. Let's be honest. I think that's what it comes down to. To me, it's a little attention seeking.
Yeah.
Just another thing to have to like promote. I don't know.
It's like self-promotion.
Yeah.
I just think having these massive parties and everyone's coming over. And the thing about it is that they're so popular still and people are still doing them. And I realize I'm not the norm, but
It's because it's a millennial thing.
right. It is a millennial thing.
That's
for
why.
sure.
It's not a us thing. It's a millennial thing.
I like cute ways of announcing it.
Sure.
Have a little get together. Maybe it's just your parents and his parents and a
Yes.
little get together, have a
Yes.
cake. Cute.
Cute. You already know what's in there, so it's for them. You know what I mean?
Totally.
You made yourself a pink cake.
Exactly.
Now when we cut it open,
That's
you're
cute.
telling mom and dad it's a girl.
Love that.
Let's
But
not start forest fires.
some of them are spectacles.
Yeah, and expensive and unnecessary and yeah.
Yeah. It's very much like a North American thing.
Ick.
Ick. I agree. Ick. Well, it was on my list, so clearly I agree.
Yes.
All right. Hit me.
I'm just gonna go in hot.
Oh, dear God.
Tom Hanks. Ick.
No.
I can't help it. I don't, and it's sad because
He's like an American treasure.
he's one of Kyle's favorite actors. I can't. I can't.
I heard this funny thing about like the whole submarine thing that like went
Oh
down.
yeah, he's gonna be the
Like,
next pilot.
I wonder how Tom Hanks feels about knowing he's going to be in the submarine movie.
100%. That's exactly what he's gonna be. It's the captain. He's going down.
Yeah, he's going. Yeah. We need to dive into this a little bit because I need to know.
Like I understand, like the movies he's in are. I don't think he's a bad actor. I just don't like his acting.
You don't like his acting, or
No.
do
It's not him personally.
you feel like maybe because everybody likes him, you're like, what's the big deal with him? Like, what's
He's just not my thing. I don't. You could say any of his movies, and I'd probably be like, meh.
he would never make me see a movie.
Right.
Like I would never like, oh, Tom Hanks is in it. I will go see that for
Right.
sure. He's not that type of actor for me.
And Kyle Wood.
Oh, and that's interesting.
No, that's the thing. He's one of his favorite actors.
really.
The only one where I actually don't mind him is Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, he was good in Saving
That's a
Private
good
Ryan.
one. But like, I no,
Forrest Gump.
no,
Not your thing.
not my thing.
No, I can see that for sure.
Catch Me If You Can.
I don't think I even saw that.
He's like the detective in it, and he doesn't do a bad job.
That Thing
He's just
You
not my
Do?
thing. No, and I like musicals. No, what the law? What is it when he's all by himself on the island? For,
Yeah.
What I can't even think what it's called. Castaway.
Castaway.
Nope.
And I'm trying to think of
And that's
one.
him.
Big.
All him.
So-
Big. Oh, that's classic.
That's a
That's
cute
like
movie.
young Tom Hanks.
Or like Wasn't he in like
When
You
Sarah,
Got Mail?
yeah, like those ones. Nope.
No, he wasn't in When Harry Met Sally.
That's what I was trying to say though.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else? He is good in The Green Mile. I'll give him that too. That was a good one.
He was in The Green Mile?
Yeah, he's like the head honcho on the.
He is?
Tom Hanks is in The Green Mile.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. With the big black guy in it that like blows out the.
Yes, he's in that movie.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Are you thinking about Tom Cruise?
No, I'm thinking of Tom Hanks, but I cannot picture him.
He's like the he's not the warden, but he's like the lead guy on like that floor on like.
Okay.
Yeah.
A League of Their Own?
No, see,
I love that movie.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, I think I've only seen it once. But anyway,
we could listen to Tom Hanks movies for an hour.
I gave him 2 that I don't mind him in, so that's good. But like,
yeah,
nah,
you know what though? I think
Philadelphia. No.
Oh.
Yeah, there's not my style of movies.
I can see that. You know what? I'm thinking maybe I like him more of as a person than I do as an actor.
That's fair.
But I agree with you. That is one of those things that like. Everyone loves Tom Hanks.
I know.
So it is a little unusual to be like, not my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Thanks.
All right. Mexico. Everyone freaking wants to go to Mexico.
Yeah. I like Mexico. I don't love Mexico.
Why do you like Mexico? Break this down for me.
I like it because it's cheap. Right? Like it's a quick, cheap. It's fairly, depending on where you're going.
You were there so many times last year.
I was there 4 times last year.
I feel like it was more than 4.
It was only 4. That sounds ridiculous.
I feel like 7.
I was away, but 4 of them was Mexico.
Yeah.
And all different resorts every time.
Yep.
The one was a cruise. So we went to 3 different locations.
Right.
And then the other 3 were actual, like, I was like on the Pacific side for one, down in Huatuco, which was actually, I was actually impressed with, but it was way too far. Like the flight was so long. You're like down by like Guatemala, like you're way the hell down there on the Pacific side. And then
like in the Baja almost.
No, Baja's the other side though. No, Baja's the no, it's different.
me and Velvet talking about geography is always going to be like.
The other 2 are Cancun though.
Comically bad.
The Mayan Riviera and different resorts. It's just. It is what it is. So, like, it doesn't matter where you are. The food is going to taste the same.
Yeah.
I feel like the drinks all taste the same. Like, they'll have this underlying, like, flavor to them that they all have. But it's cheap and it's quick.
Yeah. And my thing with Mexico is I've never traveled to just Mexico. So, I've never gone to Mexico and stayed at a resort. Okay. So, I have no resort experience there. I've stopped there on several occasions on cruises.
Right.
I've been on Mexican beaches. I've been in the towns. I mean, the first cruise I went on that went to Mexico was with you, and I don't think Ensenada, Mexico is very good. No, it shouldn't count.
No.
So I will take that off my list. Yeah. But I just found it even like that town, like everything was like penises with the hats on it. Like every like little gift shop was like penis jokes.
Oh, I don't feel like Mexico as a whole is like that.
Okay, maybe not. But the next cruise I went on, it was the same deal. Like, really? Oh my goodness. Like every little store had like.
You got to get out of the ports. You got to get downtown, into the cities. Yeah. That's why. It's the port.
That's clearly the issue. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we went to like that Senor Frogs or whatever. Had a good time there. It was great.
But again, that's so Americanized.
I feel like all of Mexico was Americanized.
So like Huatuco wasn't though. Like it depends where you're going. Yeah, if you're going to Mayan, you're going to Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, like any like big city. Yeah, they have Costco. Like it is 100% just Americanized. You got to go to like the smaller. Like if you're going to go to Cancun, go to Tulum. You know what I mean? Like it.
Feel like people go there and they get murdered.
People get murdered everywhere.
I've heard we have friends that something really bad just happened to him in Mexico.
Yeah. I think you just hear more of it because more people just go to Mexico. How many people go to the Bahamas that have a bad experience? We probably don't know that many people that go to the Bahamas. Do you know what I mean? Like it's hard to like gauge. Everybody goes to Mexico.
I just have never had I've just never been in Mexico and been like, oh my goodness, like. And I used to think, oh, maybe it's like I'm not into like beaches or whatever, but I've been to like Aruba and an amazing time. Cayman Islands, beautiful. Love my time on the beach there. Just wonderful. So it's not like the environment of it.
Right.
It's just forgive me Mexicans, but maybe it's just the culture. It's not my vibe.
That's fair. I mean, there's certain tropical locations. Like I will always say this, that the Bahamas by far has the best like feel to it for me.
Yeah.
Like when I go there, I feel like it's my like tropical New York. I feel like I'm home. When I'm in New York, I feel like I'm home. In Bahamas, I feel like I'm home. Yeah, it's that same vibe for me. Like I really just feel connected to the Bahamas.
No, I feel
weird,
you. No, I feel you. That's interesting.
Yeah, there's something about that location that I feel good.
I just feel like some people have that with Mexico because if they're the same
Totally.
people who go back every year, they stay at the same resort every year, they just want to be there. Maybe it's the same thing.
I think those are also the same people that only have gone to Mexico.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, like if you're not trying other places, you don't know. They kind of stick with what they know. They know what kind of product they're going to get, so they just go back repeatedly.
It's like an all-inclusive resort. They know it's affordable. Blah blah blah.
So I don't ick Mexico, but I'm not like obsessed with it. Again, it's cheap. It's a quick, easy place to go for us here.
Yeah,
it's direct flights. It's, you know what I mean. Like it's not hullabaloo to get there. So
right.
I just said hullabaloo. That was weird.
I've never heard you say that before.
No, I don't think I ever have said it before. All right. Stranger Things. I do not like Stranger Things.
I feel like you didn't give it a chance.
I think I actually definitely gave it a chance. I tried really hard.
I'm not surprised that you don't like Stranger Things. It's not within your wheelhouse of things that you'd find interesting, for sure. I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah.
I'm actually impressed you gave it a go.
I like to know what the hype is about things. Same with like Game of Thrones. I tried.
Oh yeah, I tried Game of Thrones too.
I couldn't.
I did one season over it.
Yeah.
I don't like it when I have to work too hard to like know what's going on.
Right.
Stranger Things, I very much felt the hype. Like I was in it.
It's very much your genre of show though.
Very much my genre of show.
It's just not my. I don't feel like it has to be your genre for that one though. Like I think a lot of people just really like Stranger Things, but I'm like I can't even like no.
Yeah, the first season got me. I was very excited over the first season. Like I was like we all binge watched it. We all
I feel like did it not like get kind of more like spiritually weirdo toward like or was it always like that? And I just didn't make it far enough through the seasons. Like
what do you mean by spiritually weirdo?
Like didn't someone like at the end of the last season like turn into a different like being and like attack Seven? Like something happened where people were like
Seven? You mean 11? You're like so embarrassing. Well, you didn't watch it. It's okay.
I know that everybody knows that. Not me.
7.
I don't like it.
No, it's 7. You watched a knockoff Stranger Things.
That's why I do. Oh,
yeah, you watched like
wrong one.
Wrong. No, that wasn't Stranger Things you were watching.
Okay, forget it. I'm done talking about 7 Stranger Things.
I'm just trying to. Someone turn into someone else and attack her. No,
I saw a theme. I saw a scene.
There's a lot.
Someone gets like possessed by something and is then like attacking somebody in a house, like in an attic or something.
Always
like
someone attacking something, and it's
like a monster type thing.
There's so many monsters.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's how I just did not make it far.
Oh yeah. No, it's a little convoluted.
Okay.
Like season 1 started off very just basic. There was the upside down. You kind of understood what was going on, but it's definitely becoming more layered, more complicated.
Did she start out as 7 maybe and just turned into 11 at some point?
No, but I'm sure there is a 7 in the show because I mean she's 11.
I'm so dumb. What's your next one? Oh my gosh.
Camping. And that's controversial where we live because people love camping. Love.
It's a lifestyle.
People need to like go to our YouTube channel and look at Velvet's face when you said love. It was like love. Tongue out, eyes wide. People love camping.
Ugh.
Why?
Such an ick. Why do I want to go do something that's going to require me to do more work? It's not relaxing.
I don't want to work. I don't want to
all I do is cook and clean the
all
whole
you do is
time.
And nothing gets really clean. Let's be honest. Like, you're kind of feeling gross all the time.
And someone's always pissing me off.
And then people are like, "Oh, but it's so nice to sit by the fire wonderful for an hour at night after all your chores are done for the day."
I like the idea of adult camping.
Yeah, me too.
Because I also enjoy sitting by the fire. It's not the outdoors.
Everyone loves sitting by the fire.
It's not the actual camping.
I love nature. I love the outdoors. I don't want to sleep in a tent on the ground.
No, if someone has like a little like trailer, and
or
I do like a little little girls trip for like 2 nights. I would do that because you just kind of like eat whatever. I don't have to like supply food.
You can eat
for
out of a
everybody.
box.
Exactly.
Like, who
craft
cares?
dinner for 2 days. I don't care.
Me
Hot
either.
dogs, giddy up. Like,
skip the dishes.
Pretty sure I just requested hot dogs and Mars bars for a girls trip that we're going on.
Like, I don't want to cook that whole girls trip.
I'm low maintenance, but there's something about. So we tried. We really did try. We really, because we had. You had friend groups,
and you didn't want to be left out of the whole camping.
And my kids wanted to do it as well. So like, we bought a tent because everybody was tenting. We bought this tent. It was like the tent. It had like lights and LED lights. Like, I made sure I got like the tent. You always, right? Of course,
you're gonna go big.
Yeah, might as well. We show up the first time we're going camp. Oh no, it was the second time. The second time we're going camping, we're up at Chilliwack Lake, and our friends roll up in a freaking. What do you call it?
Like an RV?
Not an RV, but like a
camper?
A motorhome. Not a motorhome. Like a tent trailer. Thank you.
Okay, yep.
They upgraded. Didn't let us know.
Right.
There's 3 of us, 3 families staying. So I'm like, okay, whatever.
So are they in a different section than you then?
Right next to us still.
Okay.
So then the other family rolls up and they're staying with them in their tent trailer.
Oh, so you're like
So it's me in my tent with my kids. And I hate camping.
Yeah.
It is pouring rain.
Naturally.
They're all warm with their heater.
Yeah.
I'm like, we packed up the next morning. I'm like, I'm out. Bye. Like, I wasn't even staying the whole weekend. It was miserable. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So I go home. I sold my tent the next day. I set it up in the back. I like dried it out, did everything. We sold it. Then the next summer, I'm like, okay, let's try it with a tent trailer. So we found a really good deal on this really nice tent trailer. Buy our membership to freaking 1,000 Trails. Like, we're going to be tenters. Or we're campers. Not
I feel like the story is going to be that they pull up an RV.
You're right. They might as well have one up us. No, so I went up. We were up at the 1,000 Trails up at Cultus because Kyle could still go to work during the day. And like, it was fine. There's a swimming pool. We're right at the lake. Like, there's activities for my children to do. They were bored. So I'm like, screw it. That next summer we sold it. We had a tent trailer for 1 summer and I got rid of it. I'm like, forget it. We're not campers.
So they're being assholes.
Yeah, we're not campers.
Yeah, no, either are we. We've tented once, rained the entire time.
Yeah, no.
So we're like kind of stuck in our tents the whole time.
Yeah.
Awful. That was before we had kids. And then we did 2 years, not consecutive, at KOA. And we stayed at cabins.
Mm-hmm.
We have a pool there. There's things to do. It's okay. But like you said, it's the work the whole time.
It's the work. It is. When you have children, it's too much.
And then I'm not like one of those parents that's like, go run around, have fun. Like, I'm always kind of like, where are you?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Have you drowned? Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I can't just let them like go to the pool. Like, no, I want to be at the pool with them if they're going to be doing that. Like, I don't, like, I'm always kind of a little bit anxious with having them just like be.
Yeah, me too.
Wherever. And yeah, it's the work. It's like, even like the when you get home.
The prep to go and then when you come home.
All
like,
the
it's just
laundry.
all work.
It's all work. And it's just not worth it. I will show up maybe at your campground, enjoy the fire for the evening, eat your s'mores, and then go home.
I thought it would be different with the tent trailer too. I'm like, oh no, like we have
because you don't
everything.
have to unpack
but
it.
You do still, because it has to be compact down. So you still have to unload your tent trailer. I can't keep all my linens on the beds and like wash them and put it back on where you can with the trailer. Like, you can't have it ready to go. I get the trailer. I like the idea. I still do. I see like RVs and stuff and I'm like, I kind of want that.
Me too.
I want to like travel in an RV. Like,
amazing.
I like, maybe Kyle and I will have to do that one day. I could see us doing that, like once retired life and stuff, just like
Yeah.
driving across the US or something in an RV. That is totally something I would do.
But then you can also drive from hotel to hotel.
But your RV is a hotel at that point. Like, let's be honest, like RVs nowadays are very equipped.
It's also more to, I think if you are going to have that kind of lifestyle, an RV is more of an affordable option because you aren't like hoteling it every night. Like you have all your stuff there. You're bringing it with you. It's just
totally.
Some people like live in their RV and they're
because you can because they're gorgeous. Yeah.
They're gorgeous.
Totally. So
I get it. It's just not for me. It wasn't.
No, we're not campers over here either.
Like semi-regularly, Ryan and I will be like, I'm so glad you're not a camper either. Like we actually like it's one of our favorite things about each other.
Right.
Like
and everybody camps here.
Everybody camps here.
You're definitely the odd man out if you don't. But
yeah, we're the weirdos, but at least we have that in common.
Wow.
We can
find me at the hotel. I'm okay with that. I don't like movie theaters.
What do you mean you don't like movie theaters?
I hate going to the movies.
Is it like the eating and
there is that element for sure that I can hear everybody eating or like crinkling eggs, and I hate that. I have this ridiculous fear that someone's going to slit my throat from behind in a movie theater. I know that sounds so irrational.
What on God's green earth did you just say?
It's so irrational.
What are you talking about?
I have this fear while I'm sitting and watching a show that someone's going to reach behind and slit my throat.
Not at church? You never had that?
No, just the theater.
Did you see a movie where someone...
Yeah, I think it's in one of the Screams. I think it's in one of the like Scream or 2 or 3. And that's how they start the show, is that's how that happens. And ever since then, I'm like, I can't.
Go sit in the back row.
I have tried that. But my other irrational fear is getting head lice. Oh. It's one of the main spots to get head lice is a movie theater chair.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just not down for it. Plus, I can't take my pants off. Like, I just want, when I'm watching a movie,
you could take my pants off.
I mean, I could. I could. I won't. I want a blanket. The last couple of times I've gone, I brought a blanket and like snuggled up. I don't mind going to the adult ones where I can have a drink. I was just going to say, and eat.
Those are enjoyable.
But I still am paranoid the whole time someone's going to slash my throat.
Even though you're in like one of those like the high chairs with like not very many people in there.
That's even worse if there's not many people.
That's
that
such an intrusive.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
I have a fear, and it has happened that someone's going to come in and do like a shooting spree.
See?
That has entered my mind. So I'm always like, okay, where are the exits?
Yeah, no, I just stay away. Plus, again, even without that, I just don't like. It's not comfortable to sit and watch a show in a theater.
And often you have someone beside you, and they're like hogging. It's
all of it's no. I don't like people. I don't. Yeah, I'm not a huge movie lover anyway. There's certain shows that I like. Went to see like 3 times, like The Greatest Showman. I was obsessed, and
you keep going back with people.
Yeah, like it was like one of those shows that I'm like, I kind of had to see it again. It's like good on the big screen, and I don't know, but I can't. I honestly couldn't tell you the last movie. I think actually the last show I went to see was A Star Is Born. That was a long time ago. I just don't go to movies.
I do enjoy the movie theater.
I know you do.
I'm a movie person. Mm-hmm. I definitely don't go as much as I used to go. I think
because everything's available on Netflix and stuff right away. Like they don't even put things to movie.
No. And also the amount of money that you pay to go see a movie is like hardly. It's got to be one of those movies that you want to see big. Maybe you want to see it 3D. Yeah. Maybe you're craving theater popcorn. I don't know. But it has to be like worth $50 for you to go with your spouse.
Yeah.
And heaven forbid you bring the kids.
Yeah, you're looking easy. Like when Kyle goes with our kids, we're easy $150.
Oh, easily.
Easy, with food and everything.
Dear God. Like we have the cheap theater in town, which is amazing. And we don't sneak any food and candy into there.
No, that's
because that's rude. Yeah. And I'm like, they're already cheap. Well, I'm not going to screw them over that way.
Totally.
Yeah, I get it.
Don't catch me at the movies watching Stranger Things.
This one kind of applied. It isn't as relevant to me anymore, and I'm kind of afraid it's going to make me look like a bad mom. I don't like school Christmas concerts. Like Christmas pageants, Christmas concerts. I've never enjoyed going to them. It's annoying. There are parents that line up to get front row seats at the school Christmas concert.
Yeah.
I hated them. I'm gonna be honest, I hated them. I hated them. To see my kids sing Santa Baby
Hot
or
chocolate
Hot Chocolate or whatever
every year.
for 2 minutes on
Yeah.
stage. Like I
Yeah.
have to go through all of that. Like fighting over people, like frantic over seats.
I mean, you
will
can't even see if you're not in the front. You can't even
you
see
can't
anything.
see.
No,
So you got to kind of stand off to the side when your kid's up. And like I don't understand, like
it's a lot.
people act like their kid, like this is like the biggest night of the year.
Okay, so here's my theory on that, because I feel the same way as you. It's more of a chore, but you go because your kids
Because you
love
have
it.
to
Yeah.
go.
I think maybe because how we were raised, we're used to being on stage. My kid was a dancer. Your kid was in theater.
Right.
For a lot of families, I think that is the only time their kid is on stage.
I get that.
I think that maybe is what it is. I think we're just like, ugh, it's just like another time to be, you know what I mean?
Right. And
I
like
think that's why some families are so into it. It's
because their kids on
that's-
stage this one time.
Yeah, like they don't see their kid on stage ever. They're not in dance. They're not in theater. They're not.
Right.
They might not even play a sport. So they're not even like, you know what I mean?
They get to watch their kid perform.
That's right. I think that's where the draw is. And I think, and there's those people that just really love everything their kids do.
But like the waiting in line so you can get front row seats so you can get the best picture, like
Yeah, it's a lot.
I love my kids and I like watching them do what they love. I don't think either of my kids loved singing Jingle Bells on stage for their school concert.
There is something about, so I just went and watched my niece Dylan. She had she's in like a little choir or
Right.
whatever with the city, and there is something about, she was so happy to see all these people come and watch her.
Completely different. That's completely different to me.
Oh, why?
It's the school thing.
Oh, okay, I see.
If I will watch a stranger's kid be cute in some
Okay.
little Christmas show or
Okay.
like some little production,
Right.
I went and watched your kids every year dance.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. It's
It's
the
just school specifically?
franticness
Okay.
of the school pageant.
So it's the parents that you don't like.
You're right. It is the parents. It's not the kids.
Yeah.
Because I love like the church's little
Right.
last year they were just doing kazoos.
Right.
It was hilarious and so entertaining.
Right.
Like it's not the kids.
Yeah.
Like the kids like waving at their parents more than they're singing, and wildly entertaining
Yeah.
to me. Like
So it's just specifically
it's the
elementary school.
it's the vibe of the
Yeah.
parents there. Like it's just like the fighting over the seats and like
Again, I think it is so because that's the only time they see their kid on stage. That's what I like to think anyway.
I just wanted to show up just before my kid, and I was a parent that like went to the classroom, pulled my kid, and we went home before even the end.
Yeah.
I just was that mom because my kids wanted to go home. It really is, I think, probably just the parents.
I think it is. Yeah. It's okay. I feel that ick too.
And it is true. Like I think too, like my kids weren't the type like that were like looking for me and like, is mom here? Because Robin was in theater from 5.
Exactly.
So she was used to being on stage and this was not a
Didn't
novel
care.
thing.
Yeah.
Dean hated
Right.
it. Like he begged every year not to have to do it. Like it was awful. Like I felt so bad making him do it. Like the church stuff we never made him do because he hated it so much. Yeah. So it was one of those things that he was hating it, so that I'm feeling bad that he's having to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
The weekend. And by the weekend, I don't,
You don't mean Friday, Saturday.
The weekend. And I'm going to throw this in there. Taylor Swift.
Interesting you said Taylor Swift.
Both of them.
Taylor Swift is on my list.
Yeah, I don't get the hype
I don't get the hype
for either of them.
either. The Weekend I'm kind of whatever on. Like
I actually
hate him. Yeah.
Taylor I can handle. Old school Taylor. I don't like new Taylor. But yeah, big flack for Taylor for sure. We're going to get flack for this.
Oh,
are
yeah,
obsessed
people love
with
her.
Taylor. No.
Like-
I don't get it. I don't get it. She's like mildly annoying to me.
I don't like her personality.
No, she's mildly annoying. I think
Yeah.
she's kind of, I think she's a bit of a shit stirrer.
Yeah.
She acts like she's not, but I think she is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kyle's gonna kill
I
you.
know. I
Bubba's
didn't turn my phone off.
just dinged.
Ick. That's Kyle's
That's an
ick.
ick. That's Kyle's ick. Before we start every time, are your phones off? Are your phones off? Yeah, Taylor's on my list too. And when I was writing it down, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, like this is people love her.
They will go to the ends of the earth to see
Yeah.
her. Yeah.
They'll pay thousands of dollars for a ticket.
They stand outside of theater or outside of concerts singing
Yeah.
along. Like there's another crowd of people outside of these
Yeah.
venues that are trying to enjoy the concert from the outside. What is happening?
It's a wild obsession with Taylor. It's not as if I heard her music, I would change the station. It's not like
No.
The Weeknd, I know you would.
Yes, I would.
But I don't like care about any of her music. I don't want to see her on a talk show. Like I just don't find her likable.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. I
Me
don't get
neither.
the draw.
Yeah,
I'm sure she's a lovely human, but
Taylor Swift, feel free to come on the V Spot and prove us wrong. You know what's so funny?
or not.
You know what's so funny is if for some reason we like met Taylor Swift and we had her on, we would suddenly be like, "Oh, we love Taylor Swift. She's lovely. We were wrong."
Or maybe we wouldn't.
Maybe we wouldn't. That's right. People calling me sweetie or hun.
Mm.
And I realized this the other day. I don't think there's a thing going around for a while where it was like, okay, sweetie. Like it was kind of said a little bit condescending. Yeah. And that's when it begun for me, when it became super popular to call people sweetie in a rude kind of way.
Right.
But it ruined it for me because I'm like, you don't know me. And in the South, it's super popular. I know that. So if you're Southern, you can call me sweetie and hun. That's fine. But it gives me the ick for sure.
Interesting.
Like, hey, hun. Hi, hun. It's so familiar, especially if you don't know me.
I was going to say, it depends on who's saying it, right? Like, you can't just call anyone hun. There are, I'm thinking of someone in particular, actually, that always calls people hun. And I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Some people, like, they call everybody hun, even if they don't know them, which I find very unusual. Yeah. And it just kind of...
It's a little, like... Yeah, no, it's too... You save that for people that you actually know.
Yeah, but even
it's
then,
too familiar.
It is really familiar.
Yeah.
Or even just like, okay, sweetie.
That sounds condescending.
I don't think sweeties can be said in a way that's not condescending. Though.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just trying to think of a scenario.
Unless you're saying it to a child,
which is someone beneath you, and they're not your peer.
Right. Yeah, it's weird. I never thought about that one, but yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that.
Yeah, don't like it.
I don't like wine. I wish I did.
You know, I have to commend you because with camping, you gave it a shot. With wine, you gave it a shot.
I've tried so hard. Like, I want to be part of that culture.
I know.
I really do.
I do too. I also do not like wine.
I don't like it. I've tried and I'm like, oh, I don't mind this one, but I don't want to drink something I don't mind.
No.
Like, I want to like what I'm consuming.
Yeah.
I don't want to like, ooh, just get it down.
That's exactly what it's like with wine.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this wine pairs very nice with this whatever. Like, I'd rather just have like a martini or a cocktail.
Or I have water. I don't even like water, and I'd have water over wine. Like
wine, I really do feel like I'm just getting through it.
Even like there's sweeter wines like the Gorschwiner or whatever, I can't even say it, or like the Rieslings that are on the sweet side. I still don't love it. I
do like a rosé, and I
do
do
like it, or you will drink it if it was offered.
I think I like it.
Oh, you like it.
If it's sweeter, I have to say I do enjoy
like
it.
You'd sit down at a restaurant and be like, I'd love a glass of rosé today.
I think so.
Okay.
Every so often I get a hankering for it, or like a sweeter wine. I'm like, yeah, right. I can do this.
I get that way with beer because I don't like beer either. But like in the summer, if I'm like hot and I've been outside, I'm like, I want to chug a beer.
And do you?
Yeah.
And do you enjoy it?
Like for the first like couple seconds, and I don't finish it ever. But like the initial yes,
that's interesting.
Like it feels good, and then I'm done.
Oh,
I know.
No,
I don't like beer either. I just don't like alcohol. I think that's what it comes down to. I'm just not really into alcohol.
No.
It has to be disguised with juices if I'm going to like it.
We can't be tasting it. Well, I mean, I kind of feel like people who say they like alcohol, they're lying.
I know I do too, but they can't all be lying. There's no way everybody's faking it.
That's how I feel about sushi.
No, but
like people who say they like sushi, they're just lying.
I agree.
About it.
I agree with you too. Because I like the sushi I like is like an avocado cucumber roll. That's not real sushi. And I get it with soy paper without seaweed.
Yeah, see?
That's not even sushi anymore.
No.
Like I've taken all the elements from the sushi besides the rice, and I don't want any seafood in it because I don't like seafood.
No.
I don't mind a teriyaki chicken roll, but again,
that's not seafood.
Not with seaweed, with soy paper or rice paper, whatever they're using.
Like rice paper.
Yeah. It's for rice. Exactly. Yeah. So like I also don't do sushi. That should be on my ick list because I really don't like sushi.
No, I don't like it either. I kind of have. So I wrote down one thing and then I wrote down another. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna combine them. So I wrote down shopping, and then I wrote down Costco, and then I realized I think it's just shopping that I don't like.
So it's not Costco.
I don't like Costco at all. Like I think Costco is probably the kingpin of the things I hate as far as like Costco it's
crowds.
It's crowds.
Yeah.
It's lines.
Yeah.
It's too much. I don't want a case of 8 salsas. I just want one salsa. Like it's that kind of thing. It's time. It's parking. It's time consuming. It's just too much for me. And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, I don't actually feel like I like shopping.
No, you don't.
I like online shopping.
But even that, for a purpose, not just for browsing.
No, I'm not really
You're a shopper.
I'm not a shopper. And I don't even know why it took so long for this to occur to me. But I
don't either. It's
not even as if I'm not a shopper. I kind of feel like I hate shopping.
I would definitely say you hate shopping. I could have told you that years ago.
I know, but I never complained about it.
No. But
like,
it's not like...
I tend to complain about the things I hate.
Yeah, but when you're in a situation where you're shopping, like when there's a bunch of us, it's because we're like out on that used to be a thing more back in the day. We'd go to the city for the weekend and all stay somewhere and then go shopping or whatever, right? But that was like more also like maybe we're doing it for Christmas presents or like
to. I also don't mind shopping if it's in the sense like I'm in a city that I don't know and I'm like just browsing through the stores in that city. Like I don't mind that like in Paris, just going through the little shops.
That's not shopping.
It's not though. No. It's just booing around the shops.
That's not.
And that's completely
that's
a different.
This is the first one we're gonna disagree on. This is not an ick for me.
Oh no, I know you love
shopping, and I love Costco.
I think I completely think that this is unique to me.
No, I think there's a lot of people like you probably.
I think there's a lot of people that like. I know, but Costco. People love Costco.
I love Costco. I love Winners.
Yeah. See, I don't.
Oh, I love it.
My daughter hates Winners because she gets frustrated. Like she'll love something and then it won't be in her size, or like that drives her crazy.
But that can be anywhere.
But there's better chance of another store having her size.
Oh, I see
and
what
like
you mean.
At Winners, it's very
one-offs.
One-offs.
Like that store will have it.
This pair of shoes is so cute. She's dying, and then they don't have her size.
Got it. As opposed to like going to like an Aldo and it's at a different Aldo.
They're gonna have
it. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but no, not. And it's kind of. I feel like it's anti my gender. Also, it's because
I see what you mean. Yeah. As a female, most females like shopping. Is what you're saying.
And it's also very like. Okay, so I'm with a bunch of girls and everybody wants to go shopping. I'm like, oh dear God. Like
I definitely don't like group shopping. I used to like that back in the day. I don't want to shop with people now. I'd rather go by myself.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever like group shopping when you have to be in a store for a freaking hour and a half because they like the store and you're dying.
I would never stay in a store though. I'd just be like, I'll meet you guys later.
Yeah.
Like I would never.
I'm definitely more like that now. But when you're really young, like a teenager, you just kind of hang out with your friends.
Yeah,
like you're there for the social.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're not gonna like leave your friend at the store.
Yeah, I might have.
Oh my. Yeah, you probably would have.
I'm that girl.
Yeah. No, hate shopping. Yeah, your turn. Go.
This is
you always.
Because I think of the people that I'm going to offend, this is one that I might actually offend someone.
What?
I really don't like Paris.
Can you break down to me why you don't like Paris? Because I just don't know. Like, what did Paris do to you?
Paris did nothing to me.
So I feel like the first time you went to Paris, you liked Paris.
No, I didn't hate it. I don't hate Paris. But it's an ick.
Why though?
I feel like it's overrated. Like I feel like there's just so many other places I would rather go
Yep.
in France even than Paris.
There's I don't think it's overrated. There are things about Paris that are for sure not enjoyable.
Well, that could be said of any city.
Yeah. But sometimes I feel with you that if everyone loves something, you have really high expectations of it, and you go and you're like, what's the big deal?
I disagree.
No. That's exactly what you're like.
No, I disagree. There's just something about like, I've been there 3 times now. And we have good friends that have a place there even. So I feel bad saying this because I love them dearly. And I know they love Paris.
Well, they didn't build the city. So
I understand that. But like,
I don't think you would say no to a week in Paris, would you?
I might.
But what is going to happen there that you're not going to enjoy?
I don't want to go to Paris. I want to go somewhere else.
Yep. I get that. I mean, there's cities that I'm just trying to think if there's any city like I don't. Like saying like you don't hate Paris. How can you hate Paris? Do you hate Seattle, Washington?
I don't love Seattle, Washington.
Would you rather go to Seattle or Paris? Why? Why would you like?
I'm not going to travel that far to go to Paris.
Right.
I'm just not.
It's so pretty.
There's a lot of very pretty cities.
But both can be true. Just because there's better places to go and places that you might.
I just don't like Paris.
Yeah.
I think it's overrated. I do. I think it's overrated.
Yeah, and I don't think that you're alone. I think there are people who would be like, Paris, really? I think that goes for anywhere, like you said.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get down to
I just don't know many people that would say that about Paris.
I think a lot of people say they love Paris because they're supposed to love Paris. Right. And everyone loves Paris. I went not expecting to like it. Oh, it'll be okay. Like, right. But I see why everyone loves it.
I felt that way about Europe in general.
Yeah.
I thought I'd go going, oh, it's okay. I didn't go for a long time. Like we traveled a ton and never ever did Europe. And it wasn't until we got a really, really cheap cruise on the Med that we thought, oh, we might as well check it out. Like that type of thing. But I didn't think I'd even like Europe at all. Like that was not my thing. Same with Hawaii. Never wanted to go to Hawaii. Wasn't my thing. Ended up loving Hawaii. And I'm obsessed with Europe. Just not Paris.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I like the Med.
Yeah. So I don't think that, like, what did you think of, like...
Mind you, I love, like, Amsterdam. Like, that was an amazing city. I love Berlin. Like, it's not like it's even, like, it's just... I just don't get...
people in Paris?
No. And I don't find them rude. I don't find them, like, I didn't find it dirty.
If you love
like,
New York,
all these
the people
things.
in Paris aren't
Yeah, exactly. All the things that people say about Paris not to like weren't that wasn't my issue. It's just not... I don't feel it. I just don't feel it there, I guess.
Okay,
I don't know.
Nope.
I can't. I'm sorry.
It's just not your...
It's not my city.
Nope, that's fine. This is not something that I hate, but I actually had a conversation with Kyle, I don't know, like a month ago about this. And I'm a little... I guess I kind of do hate it. I hate using coupons. And I don't know what it is.
So does he, I think.
He does, because we've talked about it. And I'm trying to put, like, I think we were trying to figure out, like, what it is about using a coupon. So if, like, I was thinking about, I don't mind a deal. Like, if you're giving me 2 for 1, I'll take the 2 for 1. But there's something about,
what if it's only 2 for 1 if you pass them the coupon?
2 for 1's a pretty good deal.
Okay.
But, like shuffling through my stuff to save a $1.04
50 cents
on this thing.
Think of on a pack of toilet paper. Yep.
Like, it just, I get that coupons save people so much money, and people are on budgets with groceries, and thank God for coupons, and they shop that's how they shop. There is just something about using a coupon though. Like I find it a little bit embarrassing.
And that's what I think Kyle's thing is too. I
feel like I'm asking.
Makes me feel like he's like poor or something when he uses a coupon. I don't know why.
For me, it's not even being poor. It feels like I'm trying to get extra out of people. Like, oh, that was $1.99. Oh, wait a minute. I can save 23 cents. Wait. Like, I just feel like I'm being greedy almost.
Oh,
And
it's amazing. It's amazing.
And I get that's what the coupon is for. That's why they do coupons. So for you to go in and maybe buy a product you wouldn't normally buy because it's 23 cents off.
Yes.
But for me, it makes me feel like I'm trying to get more out of.
Give me all the coupons.
I know you love
me and Ryan. I know me and Ryan love our coupons. Not so much anymore. It's not the same. Like there was a coupon culture back in the day, though, for sure.
There was,
like 10 years ago, it was like actually cutting coupons. Now it's all digital and automatically, if you have the card, it gets built in. You know what I mean? But we used to actually go through the papers like 10 years ago, cutting out coupons, and you could like double up on coupons. A lot of people. Remember, I had like a coupon party the one day. Like a lady that came and taught us how to like use our coupons properly.
Did you have like a group of women that you like?
Yeah, it was like part of like clubs.
You had a book, right?
I had so many. I had like a folder with all my like coupons in it, and I love a good coupon.
Yeah, people get off on using a coupon.
If I can get it for free because I used 3 coupons, yes. That's a thrill for me.
Yeah, for me, it's like a little like, I can't
those shows where it's like the bill's like $600 and they get it down to like $495. I'm like, yes, or like they're like owing that person money. And yes. Oh,
you see them and they're like, they're losing their mind because it's not coming down fast enough. Like it's come to $1.02 and they were expecting like under $1. They're like
so disappointing.
So disappointing. Like it's a failure.
Yeah.
The whole shop is a failure.
I spent $5 instead of $692. What a rip. I love coupons. Sorry, you're on your own, but
in this room
we don't agree on that one for sure. I don't think my other ones are that exciting. I'm just gonna like kind of go through them real quick. Fast. Like I hate anything diet or low fat, but maybe that's just like more. I don't know if that's like a
personal
ick.
Preference.
That's a personal major ick. Chewing, obviously, we know this of me. Lord of the Rings, throw that in there.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the same as like your
Stranger Things. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. No, thank you. Birthday parties or any celebrations that have to do with me, ick.
Yeah,
big ick. I don't celebrate me. Calling me on the phone, ick. Don't call me. Text. Like we have this technology for a reason. Just text me. It's fine. There's so much time wasted on talking on the phone. Right. I know so many people though that like daily call their sisters, daily call their moms. No, don't. Not me. And then my last one here that is just kind of like themed days.
What do you mean themed days?
Don't make me dress up for a theme.
Who's asking you to dress up?
Or my kids to send my kids to school like
crazy for a hair day.
No. I don't like to participate in things like that.
You're not a participator for sure.
No, like that's too much pressure. That's too much stuff. And then I feel like I have to go above and beyond. And then it's just too much.
Yeah.
Like if we're going to make cupcakes, now I'm bringing the cupcakes. I'm not making them, but I'm going to have them like professionally done and like impressive. It's too much pressure on me.
No, I hear you.
Don't theme anything. Let's just do it. What are your last couple there?
I don't like eating on the patio at restaurants.
Oh, that's interesting.
I don't like being at the mercy of
the elements.
Okay. Bugs, wind in my hair,
heat,
sun in my eyes, heat. It's too unpredictable.
Okay.
Yep. You know? And then my last one, and we have gotten into depth about this issue before, and it's a big one, and we can close on this. It's pay it forward lines in drive-thrus, Vicky. And we have talked about it before, and I'm just gonna for the people at home, I'm gonna break down why I hate pay it forward lines.
Let us know.
Feel free to give me your feedback on this. My whole thing with pay it forward lines, I feel like the first person who ever thought about doing this, it was the first person to ever do a pay it forward. Like you're in line at Tim Hortons, Starbucks. Like, you know what? I think it'd be nice for me to buy the coffee of the person behind me. Their intention was for that person to be like, oh my gosh, I got a free coffee today. Go home, enjoy their free coffee. Mm-hmm. Lovely. Maybe the next day, they can pay it forward that day. Mm-hmm. These ridiculous chains that go on and on and on. I'm buying a $1.50 hot chocolate at Tim Hortons, and then now, oh, it's free. And now I feel like a jerk if I don't buy the person's $15 breakfast behind me.
Yeah.
That's absurd. And then I have to be like, oh, no. It doesn't make any, like, who's being blessed in this scenario?
The one at the end.
But who's the jerk?
It doesn't matter.
Who's the jerk to say, thank you?
You're not a jerk if you say thank you. You're not a jerk if you say no. You're too deep with it. Like, it's
not
a
fun.
night.
It's not fun.
It's a nice thing.
It's annoying.
I like it.
It's annoying for the employees.
I like being part of it. I like to pay it forward. I like it if my thing was only $1.50 and now I'm paying $25 for the person behind me. I like it.
I
don't know.
Rather just one day pay someone's $25 and have them enjoy it.
What difference does it make?
Because I don't like.
But they don't know that you weren't a chain. If you just pay for it, they don't know that wasn't just you starting it.
No, they don't.
They will also feel compelled to carry it on.
I think it's the whole, the chain's been going on for an hour now. Like, it becomes a thing.
No one's ever told me how long a chain's been going on.
I have heard.
The only time I've ever been told it was when somebody left a gift card at the till and they said, we've been doing it for like an hour. I
think the reason why maybe you don't hear about these things as much, I think there were less common at Starbucks than they are at like a Tim Hortons where the coffee's $2.50 versus $8.
Yeah.
Where at Tim Hortons, I mean, I go to both.
Yeah. I don't.
But like the Tim, no. But I have people in my family that like Tim Hortons.
No, I do go to Tim's. I shouldn't say that. I do. I like their sandwiches. I just don't get their beverages.
It's way more common at Tim Hortons for sure. And
absolutely.
I know that it drives the employees crazy because it gets super confusing.
Yeah.
Especially when there's like two different like things going on. Yeah, it's just one of those things where if I decide to buy somebody their breakfast, I would love for them just to enjoy their breakfast and go home and not feel like now they have to continue this chain.
That's fair.
It's just
but they shouldn't have to feel like they have to. That's the thing.
hope that they don't.
Yeah.
I hope they don't feel an obligation of keeping this freaking chain going. Because you hear about people who like, oh my goodness, like I was so broke and thank you to the person in front of me who bought my, and that's lovely. But like,
that's worth it right there for me. If one person gets blessed like that, it's worth it for me.
But like, if that person now feels, I really hope there isn't like this pressure to keep that chain going, because then they have to maybe spend more money.
Then they wouldn't though.
I guess not. It's just the whole chain concept of it just drives me nuts.
You need to lighten up.
Why can't we just do nice things for people and not have to like keep doing it? You know what it is? I think as Canadians,
maybe
we have a hard time just saying thank you and going, we have to be like, oh, well, I better do something nice for you now.
But I like that.
I know you like that.
You said that so. Yeah, I know.
It just seems too much. It's ridiculous.
Well, let's end it with this story. I don't know if you've heard this, but there's a new thing, and I've heard this multiple times now, where somebody will be in a lineup and the person behind them is like kind of being a little like honk, whatever, like not always the kindest if there's someone not kind behind you.
Okay.
So, and you go and you pay for their meal because you're like, you're an ass, but here you go.
I've done that one time.
So the person pulls up. So it's like a McDonald's where there's two. It has to be a McDonald's somewhere where there's two windows.
Right.
That person behind you is like, oh, you paid, but then you at the front take both meals and you drive away. Does that make you feel better?
That's funny. Okay. I once had a lady screaming at me because she thought I had cut her off, and then I paid for her.
Right.
But that was a complete like F you. Like
exactly.
Now you feel like the jerk driving
that's
away.
What most people are like. They feel stupid because like, oh, I was a jerk. And now they paid for me. There. And then they go up to the next window and you've taken both meals because you paid for both.
Yeah, that's amazing. All right. Well, that's that. That's our list of things that we
ick.
Our things. Yeah. Our
the ick list.
Yeah. And that's it for mine.
That's it for mine too.
All right.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know.
I have way more, but we're going to keep it at that. Maybe we'll have to do a part 2.
Vicky just gets icked at everything.
I also have a list of things that I love.
Unapologetically
That I think other people would be like, what's wrong with you? So we'll do that one day too.
We will do that. Yeah.
All right.
That's fun.
That's it for me.
Good times.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bye.